Hello and welcome back to Kim Reads as we continue with Son of a Witch. Chapter 7. The superior mount was going to need a long rest after lunch, she knew. All these stairs, a certain penance regarding the joints, but she exerted herself. Candle lent a willing arm without being asked, which was a good sign that the girl wasn't hopelessly slow. The sun was high enough, overheard by now, that the room had grown warmer, began to sink into the noon shadow. The young man lay as he had lain, twitchless, blanketed with natural calm. Sister Apothecary and Sister Doctor had brought their small chore so close so there could be nearby while they worked. Sister Apothecary, the grinding of herbs in the mortar, and Sister Doctor, the annotated of symptoms in a ledger. Sister Doctor sat at the side of the bed. Sister Apothecary on the other. "You know this novice?" Vis asked the superior mount. Her colleagues neither admitted familiarity, not descendant. She's a garden girl with an instrument called a domagon. I have heard of these but never seen one. Apparently Candle has a small talent for music. Perhaps in the long hours on watch over Lear she will develop it. Candle, meet Sister Doctor and Sister Apothecary. You will have seen them at the table or in chapel, if not elsewhere. It may not have been the professional mount's obligation to bow, but when Candle did not bow either, Sister Apothecary, out of social anxiety, gave a lurch sort of bob that might have meant a number of things. To the older women, the superior mount said, "There are more matters more pressing for you to attend to than the continual observation of our new guest. I have a different assignment for you." "Mother Mount," replied Sister Doctor, "far be it from me to question your discernment. I must remind you, in loyal obedience, of course, that while you govern the spirit of his house, I may supervise the health of the individual souls within it." "As to such treatment that may be required," began Sister Apothecary, but Sister Mount held up her hand. "I will hear no objections." Candle seemed a simple soul. But she can sit here and watch the boy. She understands my instructions. If he so much as speaks, she will know. She can practice her scales and perhaps grow in skill. If he is to die, let him be comforted by the particular drone of her instrument. This is my wish, and I have made my point. She cupped her hands before in an archaic, formal gesture that meant, "Be it thus," or depending on the expression of the speaker, "Enough of you." Nevertheless, Sister Apothecary protested. "Well, I'm aware of this girl. She doesn't know enough to come in out of the rain. You are making a terrible mistake." "In this rare instance, Sister Apothecary is correct," said Sister Doctor. "Should any wound separate or a complication develop, I have other jobs for you," said Superior Mount. "Your insistence at broking my will convinces me. You two are the ones next for the job at hand." They paused in their flailing, affront and curious. "I haven't told you yet what I recently learned about 3 missionary novices from the Emerald City who stopped here days ago," said the Superior Mount. "Their party was ambushed and they were all killed. Scraped, I'm afraid. Someone will need to find out who did the deed and why. She turned, finish your nostrums and reinforced your binding spells at once. Enough to last till supper anyway, and come with me. I shall nap briefly instead of taking a meal, and we will convene in my sectorium when the lunch prayers are concluded." She was untrained in their profession. How did she know they used several illicit binding spells? This is why she was the superior of Mont, they get ranted. She didn't know medicine, but she knew women. There was nothing for them to do but obey. Walking slightly in advance of them, the superior mount couldn't help but faintly smile to herself. The medical men were good, solid folk. They were merely curious as hell, like the rest of the house. Whatever was troubling Lear inside and out, he could recover or decline more comfortably without being bothered by the attentions of middle-aged mounts. The superior Mount paused to catch her breath. Stairs were the devil. Her two colleagues respectfully froze in a place while she wheezed. The willpower of women, she thought, these two and me besides. I make these awful choices to put them in danger. If anyone can manage the task at hand, they will. Keep them safe, she prayed. But why do I even have to put my dear sisters in jeopardy? Besides, my colleagues in the Mother Chapel dared to send young innocent missionaries into the wild without so much as a guide. No oatsy mangle hand for them, just faith, innocence, and the courage born of stupidity. Damn the Emerald City for leaning down upon us all. Damn those bath mats in the mother house for yielding the influence of the government. She didn't utter a private apology for the oath. She felt she earned the right to swear internally now and then when it was warranted. 8. Candle hardly glanced at Lear. She sat on a rush seat chair and rubbed the callous pads of her right fingers onto the upper strings. A faint harmonious vibration buzzed in the lower strings, almost inaudible, a sensation into the air more than sound. The light heaved heavily in its uncertain tides as clouds too thin to wash across the sky. The room chilled slightly. Candle let her fingers wander the frets. She was a skilled musician, more skilled even than the kitchen sister she knew, skilled and talented besides. Their domagon was missing a vital part, and couldn't peel or chide or keen as she would like to require of it. Still, to keep her fingers on the domagon's double checks from Candle drew dull, incomplete sentences. They had no power to comfort her, this she knew, but she would tease the lengthy, imponderable sounds out in the air. She had seen the red phoenix in the sky, so it could be her playing that had called him down, was it? She could do it again, and more besides. And that is the end of the House of St. Glyndevhart. See you later.